Soweto Marathon, run your great. Isn't that a great hashtag? The Old Mutual Soweto Marathon celebrates its 25th edition, and we are on a mission to empower our runners, you, with knowledge that will enable them to run their great.
This year, as we are hosting the 25th edition of the Old Mutual Soweto Marathon, yes, it's 25 years, for us, is a great highlight, and we celebrate this. It is a highlight not just because it's 25 years, but because for many, many years, we for the first time have reached capacity in terms of women participation. Yes.
There's a story behind every single woman that's in this room. So through social media, please tell us why you're running, and really our role as Soweto Marathon is just to make sure that you guys run your great.
So the city is privileged to have you, to celebrate Women's Month with us, and I hope that is extended by you running and training and doing the miles on the top.
Today, this year, we are honoring one of those ladies, Umam Albertina Sisulu.
Now, in celebration of her centenary year, we have chosen a theme of Women of Fortitude. It talks about courage, it talks about bravery, it talks about strength of character, and it talks about moral strength. Ladies, all the best to you as you run your great. Best of luck. I think important also to run our great in all the races that we run, whether it's the Soweto Marathon, the next marathon, or just the journey of life. I thank you very much for this opportunity to be here with you and wish you all the best. Thank you.
In 2015, I found out I was pregnant with our first son, Louis. That was a blessing in its own way. Not because we are going to have a joyful little boy, but it let me stop drinking completely.
I lined up, obviously the media would say Makasaka Makanya from Soweto, the pressure that comes with being from Soweto. And they're asking you, are you winning? I'm like, nah, number 9, 10, it's reasonable enough, you know. And everybody's like, no, you're lying, you are fit. I'm like, no, I'm not. I lined up at the start and I wanted to be at the back. So they pulled me to the front because I'm from Soweto.
The most common thing is lower iron levels. Very often if you go and donate blood, they often tell you you can't donate blood, not because you're under 45 kilos. Most women would love to hear that they're under 45. But most of the time when they put that little drop of blood in that thingy and it doesn't drop, it floats, and say no, your iron's low, you must go and check yourself out, you can't donate blood. And that's one of the most common reasons why women end up having low endurance, they get ill very often, they get sicknesses, and low iron levels are commonly associated with that word that's at the bottom that lots of people don't like talking about, but it happens, and thrush is the reality of the endurance runner.
You know, nutrition is one of those things where almost everyone is an expert, but no one really knows what they're talking about. So, you know, it's always important to go back to the basics, and it's always such an honor to be able to just tell people about those basics. And most of the time, it's things that we already know about, but we're always taking for granted.
I really love running, and I think I've been very inspired today by listening to all of these stories. But one thing that Dr. Pillay said that I'm very, very passionate about is that everyone in this room will get arthritis at some other stage. And I'm here today to tell you about what nutrients you can use to sort of protect your joints and to make sure that you don't go down the same route that what I went down.
Consistency is the single most important aspect, particularly for somebody who just wants to go ahead and finish their first marathon or a marathon. Number 2 is recovery, and so some of these things have been touched on to a lesser or greater extent. And then the final thing is planning your race.